we supposed to survive as homemakers in 2026? Well, here's a few things that help me. My name is Brianna. I'm a mother of 2 little boys, and trying to save money, get everything done in the home is crazy busy, especially because I work full-time and life is crazy. But these are 7 tips of things that help me. So number 1, we're gonna start out with seeds, planting your garden. If you want good quality produce, it's always best to be able to grow it, and starting your seeds is one of the best ways. We're gonna start our seeds. Now, wherever your growing area is gonna be a little bit different of like when you can start planting and all that. I'm in area 6B, so usually it's pretty cold. It's been a really warm winter, which is really weird. But usually around now, I like to start my peppers because peppers take a while to grow, especially your spicy peppers. So I like to start them now in February, get them going. But trying to plant your seeds instead of buying starts also saves a lot of money. It's a little bit of extra work, yes, but in the long run you get more variety too of what you want. There's so many fun seeds. I love shopping at like My Gardener, Baker Creek. There's a whole lot of other ones out there. You can go to just your local whatever greenhouse place and get them too. So start planting your seeds. You can get them really cheap. Put them in a little dirt, some water. I do have a winter gardening video too that I will tag around here. It's also a good thing to be getting those because there are a lot of sales going on when you like buy your seeds in winter, because a lot of places don't roll over their seeds. Seeds have kind of like expiration date. Now, I don't think that's completely true. It's not like they just expire. Over time, some seeds don't germinate quite as well, and so that's why there's kind of an expiration on them. But just because they are expired doesn't mean that they're not gonna work. Like I have all my seeds. A lot of them are several years old and I still plant them and have really good luck. So just depends on the seeds a little bit there, but try to buy them when they're on sale. Can also save a lot of money. Now, my next tip is to make things yourself. Now, this definitely takes a lot of practice. Maybe not even practice, but perseverance and just a little bit of time to be able to buy an ingredient. I know I started out, it felt like I owed a lot of money to make stuff, but now over time it's like I buy one ingredient and then it will last me for a while. So like your dish detergent, your laundry detergent, they're a whole lot cleaner if you make them. It's cheaper that way. So I found I need to like share more. I share stuff on Instagram and TikTok. But I found the really good recipes, and especially with my laundry detergent, it doesn't have like the naphthalus, whatever like soap you have to shred. It's just throwing your ingredients in, and it washes really well. And my boys are pretty hard on their clothes. We live on the farm. They get dirty, and it works really well. So I'll just share that. But I think that's really one of your best bets to be able to learn to make stuff instead of buy, because especially if you're trying to have like a non-tox, low-tox, crunchy life, everything is a lot pricier, which is hard. And so I've just found if I just make it, it's a whole lot cheaper that way. But also I actually know the ingredients, because I hate finding a product that you like and the company goes and gets sold out, or they change the ingredients and it's not as good anymore and all that. So just be able to buy the straight ingredients just seems to be a lot more trustworthy to me as well. The next one is plan ahead, buy in bulk. Now this can look a bunch of different ways. If you go to Costco, you can buy a lot of meat in bulking the big slabs. I've seen people get like the big slabs of meat and then cut it into steaks. So you could do it that way. You could also see if your local farmers or your local butchers, they'll do like pork or beef. You can buy like a full pig, full beef for like half or quarter or whatever. So planning ahead on that, setting aside that in your budget to like once a year get like your share of your meat, and doing it that way. But also you can look around. I know like here in Utah we have a Bar W, and I know like last like summer, spring, they had like a big sale on like their chicken, and so I stocked up for chicken for the year. So it's just kind of finding what those little deals are in your area. I know everything's just different. If you don't have a lot of options, I think Costco would be a great one. But if you kind of live more out in the country and have more options, I think it's easier. But I'd say ask around, search, put us on your local Facebook, and maybe there's a lot of different options. there's so many things that you can find out just from asking around that I'm sure are available in your area, and you're just not fully aware of that. The next is thrift. I love thrifting, and we would not have half the stuff we have unless we thrifted. So that can be like going to a thrift store, that could be Facebook Marketplace. Some things you might need to get that are broken, and knowing how to fix them can always work. You can upgrade things, but especially like I'm looking at my mom. She will go to thrift store a lot, but she also is just good at finding deals in general. And so I'll just say, hey mom, this is what I need, and she'll go and find it. But we have so many like kid toys, tools, whatever else, and most of it's all bought in like used, refurbished, all this, like all the different things. So thrift, find what works, and you don't need a brand new. You can find like a lot of good stuff at the thrift store. And that's not even like clothes. We have so many different things, and that are really nice. So this one is one I learned this year. Because we try to eat cleaner, more natural, but it's hard. Again, I work, my husband works, and some nights it just got so, I was tired and exhausted, and I just didn't want to cook, and so we'd end up just going out to eat. And it hit me one day, because I'm like, I'm an ingredient household, and I always just want to cook. But we're going out to eat, and things are not as clean. So maybe I have some like, why didn't I just like buy some backup meals, some like freezer meals for those times when I don't want to cook and I'm too exhausted. They're not like our normal everyday thing, but there's like a time where it's like, okay, I can try and throw this in the oven. I'm exhausted. We're not going out to eat. We're saving a lot of money that way. It has helped us out a whole lot. So whatever that be, that's what I have to think in the mindset of like, it's not the best ingredients, but it's gonna save us money, and it's making things a little bit easier on me as well. And my last tip to survive as a homemaker in 2026 is to trust God. Talk to God. Tell him your plans. Talk him through everything, your concerns, your hopes, your dreams, because he loves to hear from you. And the more I trust God and listen to him, the better my life gets. It's not anywhere usually close to what I'm planning. Well, okay, maybe not. There's so many things I don't expect that are going to happen, and that happen. And I feel like, especially now, I'm like, we're taking a big leap to trusting God. And just seeing all the miracles around that. And it was a really scary step to take, but I've been finding so much joy and happiness all around it. And so finding time, finding space, be able to listen to God and what he's telling you, and a lot of times it's not what you want to hear, but overall there can be so many blessings around that. And I believe that's what you really need to be able to survive, with God, listening to him, and what his plan is for you. So hopefully these tips were helpful for you guys. Let me know which tip you like the most, and what do you do too to survive, because y'all, life is crazy sometimes. But hopefully you guys have a great day, great night. Share with a couple of friends, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.